Hi, family. Today I want to talk about being you, just being comfortable being you, being comfortable in your own skin, loving who you are. Because this is a battle that I've been enduring for a while. I'm one of three in my family, and I'm the middle child, and my sister is just gorgeous, and so when growing up I always had self-esteem issues, not thinking I'm beautiful because like she was beautiful, well, she is beautiful, and she was a model growing up, and I'm like, wow, she's beautiful, all the boys wanted to talk to her, and I'm like, wow, nobody wants to talk to me. So I think it got worse in high school. I went to boarding school, and it was really the first time being around people of the other race, of other races, especially Caucasian, and I see these little tiny girls, skinny girls with like gaps in between their legs and like just tiny, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I am so fat. And people would like tell me, oh wow, Charmaine, you have like a great body, and I'm like, oh, they're being very nice because obviously I'm fat, like look at her. So I had a hard time believing that I was beautiful on the outside. Um, but I knew everybody wanted to be my friend. They were just being nice, but saying that, you're beautiful. That was just like, oh, okay. I'm a little chunky you know, little girl. But, through help with my life coach, I really came to see the beauty on the outside, and not in a cocky way, but in a respecting of myself way. Understand that God blessed me. My body is not like everyone else's body, and God blessed me with this body. God blessed me with big boobs and a big butt and a small waist because that's what He saw as beauty for me. And that's how my family made me. Combining all those genes and whatnot produced this. And so on a daily basis, it's still hard for me. Being an athlete, I just didn't understand how could I play hours and hours on tennis and run up and down on the court, and run on track, and my body still could not get that skinny. I was still having a hard time with that. But over the years, I've understand that my body is made to have muscles, and it's not made to be a twig. And my legs aren't made to have a gap in it because they have to kind of support the big old butt that I have. And I do have a small waist, but I have a big chest. And so yeah, I'm not gonna wear a small shirt because my boobs will suffocate. My boobs like, hey, excuse me, size D down here cannot handle all this tightness. And so I've learned to appreciate what I've been given. And I know one thing my life coach always had me do is get naked in the mirror and tell myself that I'm beautiful. And so it really has helped for me to understand that I'm beautiful. And now that, dating my fiance, he didn't understand why I was just like, whatever. He said I'm beautiful. And I'm like, whatever. I'm like, okay. And never really saying thank you. And, now I can say thank you and really mean it. And so when people say, oh, Charmaine, you have a beautiful smile, thank you. So I try to, like, every morning when I wake up, find something different about me that I love. And yes, I have imperfections like everybody, but some things you just can't change. So I love my smile. That's one of my things that I think is very captivating. People are very feel warm and cuddly with that. People feel welcome to come to me because I have a great warm and cuddly smile. And so I would say on a daily basis, Charmaine, you have a beautiful smile, or Charmaine, I love your breasts. You're just so voluptuous, a voluptuous woman. So I try to say positive things and less negative things about myself on a daily basis, you know. Um, as well, understanding, you know, yes, I am an African American woman. Like, you know, I gotta be proud in that. And for a lot of people, a lot of young girls nowadays, you know, being an African American woman, they are just like ashamed of it or something, as if not to be proud of. But I'm very proud of being an African American because there's been so many great African Americans in history, and I'm going to be a great African American in the future, you know. And to be proud of the skin I live in is also important. I've never, because I grew up with a mother and a family that's very proud of being African American, so I never had those doubts. Um, Growing up. But I see for so many people, they have those doubts. Like us as a culture, we don't have, you know, anything to be proud of. But African Americans have done so much, have done so many great things that we should be proud of ourselves, and that if we keep, you know, if we keep going on in the right paths, then our children underneath us and our great grandchildren will be proud of the skin they're in too, because we're doing great for ourselves, you know, and making the African American name not be as negative as it has been and as it is at times, you know, not having people fear our African American men, but willing to shake their hand, willing to hear their what they have to say, instead of fearing that they might hurt them or whatnot, and fearing that the girls maybe like, Shaquita, quote unquote, this ignorant, loud black woman, but being okay that, yeah, I'm loud, but it's not because I'm black, is because of my vocal cords. You know, my vocal cords are larger than your vocal cords, which are smaller, which means you talk, you know, talk quieter than I do. So being being okay in your skin, as well as being okay with your self image, is something that I wanted to talk about today. And I made this video because I do have self image problems, still do, even though I work on a daily basis. But I know that girls every day have issues with themselves, and just letting them know that, yeah, we have issues, but let's try to, you know, there's ways to understand that you're beauty. Yeah, yeah, you're a big girl, all right, but you're a big girl and you have beauty about you. Don't have hatred for yourself because you're fat. Don't hate yourself because you have pimples on your face. Drink a glass of water. That's what helps me. Drink a glass of water at nighttime. It'll clear you all up. You know, God made you who you are for a reason, you know, and you don't want to change yourself for this idealistic beauty, um, because you are beautiful, you know. Yes, if your weight is hurting your heart and hurting your knees, yes, lose a couple of pounds. Lose a couple of pounds. That is fine. But I'm not saying be anorexic, like sickly small, you know. I'm saying lose a couple of healthy pounds. So if you're 250 and and you know that a good weight for you and your height is 160, go to 160. Don't take it any further, you know. Because as well as we want to love our body, we don't want to hurt our body. And that goes in a positive and negative way. We don't want to be too skinny because we're searching for this idealistic beauty. And we don't want to be too fat because we can't live long. We can't show what we have to the world if we're killing ourselves slowly through eating too much or being lazy or anything like that. So in that sense, loving your body does not just mean be lazy and kill yourself slowly or kill yourself fast by starving yourself, you know? So that's my really what I wanted to say. Like, let's love our body this year, or for the rest of this year, or next year. Let's start next year with love your body mindset. Let's say 5 positive things about ourselves in the mirror every day. 5 different things about ourselves every day, and actually believing them. Let's let's wake up and be proud of who we are, and where our heritage. Let's wake up and do that. Let's wake up and show everyone else around a different way of thinking about your type of people. Either you're gay. Let's give a world a different views on the gays. If you're African American, let's give the world a different views on African American. If you're Asian, let's give the world a different view on the Asians. If you're poor, or if you're whatever you are, let's give the world a different view on that type of person, because we are what the world is looking at. And if we change their one person's mind, we can change a group of people's mind. And so let's just change the world on how, by what we do on a daily basis. Let's change the world view on everything. All right, family. I hope that helps someone out there that has been feeling very self conscious, or has been doubting anything in their lives, in the sense of image, and body image, and then cultural image, color of your skin image, your sexuality. I hope that helps, that we need to start loving ourselves, and then everyone else will start loving us. All right, family. Have a good night. I got homework to do. And so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.